Those massive cuts at the Department of Health and Human Services, 10,000 people at the nation's health agencies being laid off. And that's on top of the nearly 10,000 staff already cut through buyouts and previous layoffs. Health and Human Services Secretary Robert Kennedy Jr. is saying it will be a painful period, but promising his department will do more with less. ABC's senior political correspondent Rachel Scott at the White House.
Tonight, the Secretary of Health and Human Services, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., announcing a massive overhaul of the agency that oversees America's health, supervises Medicare and Medicaid, and monitors food and drug safety. It includes cutting 20,000 people from the department, a quarter of its workforce.
This will be a painful period for HHS as we downsize from 82,000 full-time employees to around 62,000. I want to promise you now that we're going to do more with less.
But experts, including Dr. Richard Besser, former acting director of Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, insist you can't cut that many jobs without people in America, quote, suffering.
I worry that in this drive to cut positions and save money, critical programs that impact on people's lives are going to be cut as well.
Kennedy also plans to consolidate agencies within HHS.
We're going to eliminate an entire alphabet soup of departments and agencies while preserving their core functions by merging them into a new organization called the Administration for a Healthy America, or AHA.
The FDA will lose 3,500 employees, and the CDC will lose 2,400. That agency also narrowing its scope to focus on preparing for and responding to epidemics and outbreaks. For decades, the agency has handled so much more, monitoring nationwide health trends, including chronic diseases, firearm injuries, and overdose deaths.
CDC has incredible expertise in heart disease, in cancer, in smoking prevention. If CDC loses the ability to work on those, someone else is going to have to pick that up, and no one's going to do it as well as CDC.
And it's still unclear how those sweeping changes will impact the CDC. But tonight there is other breaking news from the White House. The president announcing that he is pulling the nomination of Congresswoman Elise Stefanik of New York to become the next ambassador of the UN. The president saying that with a very tight majority in the House, he doesn't want to take any chances of Republicans losing that House seat. So now Stefanik will remain in Congress.